What's going on, guys? This is Alex here with 814 EDC, and today I am ready to bring my full review and my full loadout to you of my EDC sling, which is this Tom Talk sling. If you guys caught Tuesday's video, you would have seen that I did have this filmed last week to go up on Thursday, but on Wednesday afternoon, my phone decided to take a shit and I had to get a new one. Therefore, my footage from that video was lost because I hadn't transferred it over to my computer yet. So I'm just going to refilm this, but hopefully that means it'll go a little smoother because I already kind of know what I'm going to talk about. But yeah, this is my Tom Talk EDC sling. I had this, or I bought this about a month and a half ago because it was about a month. Yeah, I was in Nashville a month ago, so it's been about a month and a week since I bought this because I bought it right before it. And I had this, decked out with how I wanted it for that trip specifically. And I found that I enjoyed carrying it. I think I carried it, not every day because some days we went to like bars and stuff. But I think, no, maybe that's false. I did carry it, I think, at least one day, at least in the morning before we went out to like, bar hop and see all the music and stuff like that later at night. Like my girlfriend's brother-in-law, him and I rode on it's like spin and bird scooters, like electric scooters. We rode around the city for about 2 hours on one day with it. I had this on it, or I had this with me. We went shopping at some like boutiques and like little strip streets. I had this. I carried it a decent amount. It was very useful, and I really enjoyed having it. It was nice. So I will go over how I deck this out and where I put stuff and how everything's set up. Now this Tom Talk sling is from Amazon. I will leave a link to it in the description down below. At the time of buying this, I think it was like $35, but if you saw my unboxing video of it, I noticed that it started when I first found it. Before I could decide that I wanted it, I was still deciding between a few. It was $29.99, and like every day I would check my cart again, and Amazon would raise it like $1. So I don't know what it is now, but I will leave a link in the description down below if you guys are interested in checking it out. Hopefully it's still sub 40 because it's a great bag. Really, I would buy this bag for, I don't know, 75 or less. I think I'd still spend on this bag just because it's really good quality. I guess we'll just jump in right into materials, but it's made with this really nice Cordura fabric. I think there's if you guys can see this nice tag right here that says Cordura, kind of hidden. But it's really, it's kind of water repellent. It's really nice. The zippers are YKK zippers, which are really nice. Those are pretty much the highest quality zippers you can buy. And it has this front compartment, this middle compartment, and this back compartment. The strap is basically like a seatbelt material, which is fine with me because it's comfortable. You have this really big clasp or clip back here. Then you also have this little thing right here that can hold the excess strap if you have some left over. So jumping right into the beginning, nice puller. Up here I have a face mask. Because we still are in COVID and some things do require you to wear face masks. I just have it in there, if I need it. I haven't used it in a while. But that stays up there just in case I need to grab it. Something that I think is an essential part of my EDC, and I think a lot of people's EDCs, is chapstick. I use chapstick daily. I don't carry it with me in my pockets in the summertime because that shit melts like crazy when it gets hot, and it'll seep out and it will, cause like a greasy mess. I do keep one in my car, but that's even probably worse for it because it gets even hotter in my car. So that's why I wanted to throw one in here, and I didn't want to get the stick because, like I just said, it melts. So I just went with the plain old Carmex because it's already in like a gel form and it doesn't matter if it melts. I try to, my favorite type of lip balms is the Carmex, but in the stick form. I love them. Carmex is the bomb. Carmex, if you want to sponsor me, if you see this video, shoot me a message or an email. I would love to collab with you. But Carmex, I don't think you should ever leave home without it. So that's in there. I just have some Tums that I keep in there because, you know, sometimes you get an upset stomach and you just need a few Tums. I also have my multi-tool / Prybar, and that is the Gerber Shard. I have right here on this little paracord that is connected to this little key holder. I just have it shown in there. You know, if you ever need to pop a bottle, if you need to pull a nail, use a little screwdriver, open a box. The Shard does a lot of good things for a very, very cheap price point. I believe these are like $6.99 or something like that, sub $10. And I carry this on my keychain for over a year, but eventually I just got tired of, like, when I'd put it in my pocket, it would, like, the screwdriver part is pretty sharp and it would, like, snag and, like, poke me through the shorts and stuff like that, and I just got kind of tired of it, so I took it off. But I've always kept it in my backpack, and now that I have my sling bag, I just thought it was good to stick in here because I don't have a pry bar. That is one thing that I think I need to add to this. I really like the look of the, like, all access passes from Lynch Northwest. They're, I think, 1.5. I don't love the price on them though, because for $100, to me, that can buy me a knife that I can use, that I use more frequently than a pry bar like that. So I haven't decided to pull the trigger on that yet, but I do like those. I thought about the Vero Fulcrum and the Fulcrum Mini, or the Mini Fulcrum, but those are also expensive. I know there's been a few that have been out recently. Like, I think Damn Designs, Kevin from Left EDC has one. I think that's like a $50 one. That's more in my price range, but I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. But that is something that I'm still kind of actively searching out for, which one I want to buy, and eventually I will. So, you know, this will do in a pinch, just because it's just a piece of metal in case you have to pry something. But like I said, I am not searching super hard, but still kind of taking in stuff that I see, and eventually I'll probably make a purchase on one. But that lives up front there. Also keep some hand sanitizer because, you know, everyone wants to clean their hands after touching money or bathroom or something like that. So that's just nice and convenient to have up there. And then if you guys can see in there, there's 2 sleeves. On the one side, I keep Tylenol, little individual packets. You get 2 in there. I think I have 4 of them in there, so that gives me 8 Tylenol. Or the normal person takes 2 Tylenol, so that gives me 4 servings of Tylenol. And then the other one, I just have bandages, because you never know when you might need a bandage. Actually, I think the first day that I carried this, my girlfriend's sister, I think she had like a blister on the back of her foot from wearing whatever shoes she had on, and she's like, they don't have a Band-Aid. And I think my girlfriend was like, yeah, I do back at the Airbnb. And I was like, oh, I do in my bag. And I whipped it out, and I felt all cool because I was able to give her a couple bandages. So that was a cool thing. You know, first time I used it, I felt like me carrying it was already paying off. But I just like to keep a few medical supplies up there because I get headaches pretty frequently, as do a lot of people that I'm with. And it's just nice to have a little bit of pain medicine. So that's what I keep up front. Now with this big zipper pocket, you guys can see I have lots of space in there. And this is really not that decked out as compared to other things. So I'll just jump right into the back where this back flap is. I keep this Halo portable charger. I think that, you know, it's pretty, I don't say you always want to have some sort of backup battery, but like if you're having a sling bag or a backpack, I think having some backup power is pretty essential when you have all that extra space. I think it should be one of the first things you put in there, just in case something happens and you need to charge your phone. What's nice about this is it is wirelessly charging, so like I can turn it on and set my phone right on top of it. But that's kind of a last pinch thing because I do have this. It's a chafe on. It's I bought it on Amazon, so I saw it on someone else's channel. But it's just a dongle, and it has all of these cords on it. So it has a normal USB, which I can plug into my battery pack, and then I can basically charge anything I want. There's a lightning cord right here for an Apple phone. There's a USB Type-C, micro USB, and like a normal USB. Just very, I've used this thing a ton. I think this thing was like $6 or $7 on Amazon. I don't know if they sell it or not anymore, but just a really good, valuable piece of tech that I have that I keep in here. So I could charge, like I said, phone, AirPods. I could charge my computer a little bit if I needed to. I can charge, you know, other people's phones, other people's like if they have some sort of like a Beats product or something like that. Really anything, cameras, you name it. So that stays in there. Another thing that I keep in here is my Olight Warrior Mini. Absolutely love this flashlight. It's probably my favorite one from Olight. Well, I only have, for like bigger flashlights, I have this one and then the S2R Baton 2 or S1R Baton 2, I think. The real small one. I have those two and then a couple i5Ts. But this thing is a beast. I love it. It has a nice tail switch back here. It's more of a tactical light. I don't want to flash in your guys' eyes. But you guys can see it's just instant turbo and then strobe. Which I think this is a good defensive flashlight because if you're carrying it at night, that can be a first line of defense if someone's going to, try to press on you or, get up into your business. You can pull that right out and you can just hit them with the flash and it's going to stun them and disorient them. So I think that's a good, sort of first line of defense before you try to go to something more extreme, such as if you had to use a knife, if you don't carry a firearm and you had to use a knife, definitely use a knife because that's your next best thing. Or pepper spray if you're a woman, or if you have to use your gun. So I think another thing that you should always put in addition to having a battery pack, I think you should always have some sort of flashlight on you. Just because light is invaluable, and if you're ever in a dark situation and you need a light, it's just so refreshing and just so reassuring that you have that light. I keep the Olight, what is it? I1 EOS, I think it is. It's just a real small and you like twist on and off, but it's rechargeable. I've had that on my keychain for a year and a half, 2 years, and it's all beat up and it looks really faded, but I kind of like that. And it works fine. So I always have that with me. So I always have at least some sort of light capability, even if I happen to not have this bag on me or with me. It's just, flashlights are awesome. Olight is a great company. I need to go over my Olight collection and maybe dive into a couple of videos. That can be some more content I do for you guys. That's definitely on my list to do. But that sits in there. And then other than that, I don't keep anything else in here besides a pen, which is not my Everyman Co pen. I keep that on my dresser like I told you guys. Instead, I keep this Sharpie S-Gel. What's cool about this is it's a metal body. I've always used these pens because I love them in their plastic formation or rendition. And then one day I was at Walmart and I saw they were selling a 2-pack of these in metal. And I was like, man, they were like $10 and it's just a real cheap kind of classy pen. And I love them. Couldn't recommend these enough. I love them as writing pens. I love them for how good they look. I just think they're sharp. So that sits down in here in one of these little pockets. And then I also have, if I can get it in there, what looks to be a Sharpie, but is really a self-defense tool. Now this is a piece of G10 sharpened to look like a Sharpie, and this thing is very sharp. This is just sort of an undercover way. I bought this on Instagram from a guy. I think it's like Carolina Deep Carry. I'll leave a link to his page down below. I don't know. I think he still makes them, but he doesn't color code them, I believe, really anymore. And this is cool because to the unassuming person, looks just like a Sharpie. And the whole point of having one of these is to have a form of self-defense when you can't carry a metal, anything metal like a gun, a knife, sort of, I guess you could say a shank or something that's sharp you can use to defend yourself. This is where you would want to use it, or this is what you would want to use. Like I don't want to go out and say that it's legal to use stuff like this, but like you could use it on an airplane, which I don't think I would ever try to do, just because that's really, really risky. But I've seen people do it. I think I've seen the guy who makes them. He's posted stories on his Instagram of like sitting in an airplane window, snapping a picture of one of his on there. So you could do that. I would rather have this as a way to, I mean, I wouldn't want to get stabbed with this anywhere in my body. This thing would absolutely hurt. He has a video, or he at least did on his Instagram, of him like having, it's like a big chunk of, I think it's like a pig butt, and he had like a t-shirt on it, and he was just like stabbing these giant deep holes into it. So this thing can definitely do some damage. It's just, I've always kept this in my backpack, and I toss it in here. I got my girlfriend one of these, or actually two. Or I got her one, but he sent me two for some reason. I forget what it was. She has a pink one that matches. She keeps in her purse. And then she has another, I think it's also pink, but it's a pink colored cap, but underneath it's just plain metal that she keeps in her car. I think that these are just like super cool because it's like, it looks just like a Sharpie, guys, but really it's something that you could stab your eyeball out with. So just a really cool piece of sort of set it and forget it type of gear, I think. It just sits in this pocket. So that is all I have in this main pocket. I kind of keep it open like this in case I want to toss my phone or my keys or my wallet in there, which I did over vacation, just because it's a little easier to have it on here. I actually had this with me when I bought my Microtech from the knife store, and we were riding scooters that day, so I just tossed it in here so I didn't have to like carry a bag with me, and it worked great for that. You could toss a water bottle in here, or anything that my girlfriend has maybe that she doesn't want to carry on a specific day. So I kind of just leave this open for me to use it and, you know, add stuff in there for different occasions. So that's the main pocket, and that leads me to the last pocket, which is back here, right on my back. And this is sort of a straight up and down pocket, so I don't want to put anything too bulky in there. And that's where I keep my Gone Deck EDC Friends hank that I have here, that you guys have seen before. Love this hank. It's just so cool. Huge Friends fan. One of, I think, the best show of all time. I've watched it through probably 4 or 5 times now at different, you know, parts of my life. And it's a phenomenal hank. I think these are like $10 and you get microfiber, and it's like the perfect size for me, not too big and not like super small. So it's just, you know, always good to have in there to wipe your phone down, wipe your knife down, your camera, your glasses, whatever you want to do. So I fold that up into a little 4 square and put it back here. Next is a just little field notes tablet that I have back here. I think, you know, you should always have some sort of writing material in case you have to write notes down, in case your phone dies. One thing I do want to put in here is like different phone numbers and addresses of people, just in case my phone dies and I have to get home. I mean, obviously I know my home address and like the really important numbers and addresses in my life, but some different ones you might forget, and it's just good to have information down. And sometimes I like to like doodle or just jot notes down. It's just good to have it. I bought like a 4-pack off, or 3-pack off of Amazon for like $10. So that lives back here. And then my last and newest piece of gear for it is the new Milli PM2 Pair 3 Club coin that I got in, I want to say like 2 weeks ago by now. I was going to film an unboxing of it, but I didn't feel like it was justified just to do, you know, a whole unboxing video just for just a coin. If I had like a t-shirt and some other like random EDC gear in, I might have done it, but I didn't. So I have this in. I really like this. As you guys can see, it's just a really cool design. I am number 528. It has a spider web for Spyderco, the Colorado flag because golden Colorado. And then these are emojis, which I think is just awesome for having emojis on a coin. They represent the different sprint runs and exclusives that Spyderco does, like the eggplant over here. Oh, sorry. Over here is for the rec PM2s and Pair 3s. The eggplant is like the purple and black DLT trading exclusives. Just all kinds of different Spyderco exclusives, and I love that. I think that is so unique. It's just so cool that like these little tiny little emojis are on a coin, and it's just very classy. I keep it in this case because I didn't want to take it out and get it scratched up. This is the first coin I've ever gotten, and I, you know, figured why not toss it as sort of like a carry coin in my EDC sling. So it just sits back here as well. But that's all I have. It's basically how I've not upgraded, but outdated. No, not outdated. outfitted, that's the word I'm looking for, my EDC sling. This is the Tom Talk EDC sling, which I will leave a link down below, like I said, if you're interested in looking it up. Just an all-around great bag. Materials are good, pricing was really good, and for what I needed to do, it does it with flying colors, guys. So couldn't recommend it enough, and like I said, link will be in the description if you want to check it out. But that's all I have for today, guys. I hope you loved this video. Leave a link down below if you do carry an EDC sling, if you're thinking about it, if you hate it. I'm just curious what you guys think. I'm not gonna lie, I was against it for a while, but then as I got into the EDC world and got more like into this type of stuff, I was like, man, I think I want to try it to carry all my stuff with me. And now that I have it, I really like it. And I don't carry it like every single day with me, but for the most part, I keep it in my car just so it's with me. And it's really cool, guys. I really enjoy having it. And like I said, I really want to look for a different type of Prybar to put in it. And really, that's all for now. If you guys have any, ideas of stuff that I could put in it or some upgraded material or items, let me know. I love hearing from you guys. And yeah, I really don't have much else to say. I don't want to start rambling because we all know when I start rambling, I just kind of go down a rabbit hole. So I'll just not even start, guys. So again, thank you so much for stopping back in and for checking out my channel and for watching this video. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. I love you guys all. And I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.